What's going on? My name is NFT Flenny, and today we'll be going over my drop results from the first ever digital comic released on Veve, not to mention the digital version of Marvel's first ever comic book back from 1939. Without further ado, let's get into it. First, I'm just going to show you guys how to access the digital comics. If you're watching this video, you probably know what to do, but just in case you don't, I want to let you guys know, when you open up the Veve app, here's how it looks when you start, of course. And then in the top left where it says digital collectibles, click on that and then click digital comics. Then that takes you to a whole new page, and then you click on the one that's dropping for the day, scroll down, and you will see the buy now button. And then it's the same thing to see your collectibles. You just go to your collection and then you click at the same spot where it says digital collectibles, and then you switch it to digital comics. And then mine haven't showed up yet because at the time of recording mine hadn't been delivered, but yours will show up here if you have any. Now it's time for the drop results. So at the last second I remembered that I wanted to screen record it, so I got just the last half second before it started, but it opened up how it always does. Just the timer runs down and then the button auto refreshes. Then I clicked my collectible and it was spinning for a while. It was kind of weird. Normally by this time the gems would be taken and it said reserving order at the bottom, but I was sitting here for a while and nothing was happening to my gems. Other people in my family who were going for the drop, they had their gems being taken and they were buying multiple by this point, so I was getting a little bit nervous, and so I eventually ended up exiting out and then trying again, and then it worked out at that time. But I was waiting at this screen spinning for about a minute or so. So I tried again, and then I got more of a familiar, more promising screen, and then as you can see, when I pressed it this time it worked immediately. And then for the rest of them I just immediately left as soon as I knew. So I would say for this drop I wasn't in a huge rush, although I was being urgent, but I didn't think they would sell out in, what was it, 5 minutes, maybe even less. I did not think that they would sell out that fast, but I hit my limit. I put in 50 gems and I was just gonna buy everything I could until I got up to 50, so I ended up getting 7, and after my 7th one they were sold out probably about a minute or two afterwards, so I'm really happy with how many I was able to get. My number one tip for the drops this weekend is to exit the screen as soon as your gems get taken. I think that is necessary if you want to get multiple. If you only want 1 or 2, you don't need to rush. You don't need to exit out. You can check to see what you got if you want to. But if you want to get multiple like me, with how fast this sold out, you're going to need to be as quick as possible. But I think how quickly 60,000 editions sold out, I think that's a great sign for the direction that Veve is going and the interest in these collectibles and these digital comics. I think these comics are a game changer because they bring utility to the Veve collectibles that we have yet to see. And there's already such a huge fan base for comic books that anybody who's a fan of this stuff could enjoy it. They don't even need to be into any other part of the app. That's why I think it's cool that they separated the app between digital collectibles and digital comics, because that way people will really be able to tailor the app to their interests. And I think in the future we'll have all types of different categories, different genres, that any person can just hop in the app, go to the sports page, go to the music page, go to the art page, and they'll be able to browse through their interest. And it can be friendly for all ages, all interests, all genders. And we're going to the moon, let's go. And so here's how the comics look. So you start off with the reader navigation. It tells you tap the edges to change the page, or double tap the center to zoom in and out. So pretty straightforward, not much to it. I was just kind of scrolling through it a little bit, just trying to get an idea, and I can't wait to read through it. Can't wait to dive deep into these comics because I didn't grow up being a huge comic guy or a huge superhero guy. I still enjoyed it, but not a crazy fan. Veve is turning me into a comic book nerd, so I'm looking forward to learning about them and reading about them. The final piece of info that I wanted to go over for this video was a tweet thread posted by Veve themselves. They posted an update on edition number / rarity for digital comics, and they say digital comics work differently compared to digital collectibles, as mint numbers are unrelated to their rarity. Each digital comic drop consists of just one collectible, so the mint numbers are combined in one pool across all rarities. In addition, we have heard the feedback and will be rolling out rarity sorting in the marketplace, digital comics in the showroom, and more related features in the future. Please stay tuned for the latest updates. Last, all digital comics sold today are still being delivered and should be in your collection within the next 2 hours or less. We hope you enjoy these inaugural digital comics on Veve. So some people have been confused about the mint numbers and what they mean, because usually the editions, the rarities are broken up, but this time it's all the same collectible, just with different variants. So the ultra rares, the secret rares, they can be tossed in within any number. The numbers are not separated by rarity, and this is the first time that this has happened, so I can see why some people have been confused. But hopefully that clears it up for people, coming straight from the horse's mouth. That about wraps it up for the drop results and drop info from the first ever digital comics released on Veve from Marvel. Thanks for listening. I hope everybody had good luck this morning. Stay tuned for more videos and more updates during the week. As always, this has been NFT Flenny. I'll see you guys next time.